Hello, students. Good morning. Hello, everybody. How are you all? Hope you are fine. Good. So, we have started the chapter a pair of linear equations and two variables quite a long back, and there we have learned how to solve a pair of linear equations both graphically and algebraically. In algebraic method, we have used two methods. The first one is the substitution method and the second one is the elimination method. Today we are going to learn about the third method, that is known as the cross multiplication method, and this method is also used to find the solution of a pair of linear equations in two variables. So first of all, let me write down the general form of pair of linear equations, as you all know, and it has been done earlier also. The general form of a pair of linear equations in two variables is given in this way. It is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. We all know this, the general form. Now how to find the value of x and y directly using the cross multiplication method? So the formula looks like this: x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to y by c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equals to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is in the form of an equation, and this is used to find the values of x and y directly by putting the values of a1 b1 c2, a2 b2 c2, a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2 directly from the equation here. Then we can easily calculate the values of x and y. So this one can also be written as x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1, or we can write x equals to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So either you put the values of b1 c2 b2 c1 here, and all those a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 here in this equation you can calculate, or you can directly put the values of all these b1 c2 minus b2 c1 a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Directly you can use this to find the value of x. We are getting this from the equation. Similarly, if we want to find the values of y, then again the formula can be changed. So we can write y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equals to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1, which implies we can write y equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So here also we can calculate the value of y directly by putting the values of all these terms, that is c1 a2 c2 a1 a1 b2 and a2 b1. We'll get the values of all these from the given equation, put it here, we can easily calculate the values of x and y. So this is the main structure of the formula, main structure of the equation or the formula where we can use, which we can use to find the values of x and y. So let me write one example. Let me give you two equations, a pair of equations. Let us see how we can solve the equation. So a pair of linear equations are given here. 5x plus 3y equals to 35 and 2x plus 4y equals to 28. Now as you can see from the given equation, it is not in the general form. In general form, what we do, we generally make the right hand side 0 and take everything to the left hand side. So first of all, let us write in the form of general form. So 5x plus 3y minus 35 equals to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 28 equals to 0. So now it is in the general form. Now let us compare with the general form of the equation and write down the values of a, b, c, means a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. So comparing with a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, we get, first of all, let us list down the values of a1, b1, c1. So what is a1 here? As you see, by comparing with the general form, we are getting a1 equals to 5, b1 equals to 3 and c1 equals to minus 35. Similarly, compare this with general form, a2x plus b2y plus c2. So what is a2? a2 is 2, b2 is 4 and c2 is minus 28. Now we will use the equation. So just quickly go through it. Just try to mug it up, means try to understand whether any problem is there. Okay, good. So the equation is x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to y upon c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equals to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So x equals to, now b1, what is b1? b1 is 3 into c2. c2 is minus 28, so write it in bracket, minus b2. What is b2? 4. So 4 and c1. c1 is minus 35 equals to y c1 a2. c1 is minus 35. What is a2? a2 is 2 minus c2. What is c2? c2 is minus 28 and a1, c2 a1. What is a1? a1 is 5 equals to 1 upon a1 b2. a1 is 5, b2 is 4 minus a2 b1. a2 is 2, b1 is 3. So all the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are substituted here. Now let us calculate. So x, (3) multiplied by minus 28 is minus 84. Minus of minus makes plus. 4 35s are 140 equals to minus 35 into 2, that makes minus 70. Again minus and minus makes plus. 28 5s are 140 equals to 5 4s are 20, minus 2 3s are 6. Hope you are getting it. Okay. So x upon minus 84 plus 140. So that makes 66. Sorry, 36, 56. It is 56 equals to y upon, this is minus 70 plus 140 is 70, equals to 1 upon 20 minus 6 is 14. Now we can write x upon 56 equals to 1 upon 14 and y upon 70 equals to 1 upon 40. I have separated x and y. So this will become x equals to 1 upon 14 into 56 and y equals to 1 upon 14 into 70. So 14 got 56 is 4, 14 got 70 is 5. So x equals to 4 and y is equals to 5. So we have got the solutions. Therefore x equals to 4, y equals to 5. These are the required answer. The required solution is x equals to 4 and y equals to 5. Let us solve another sum. This sum is little bit difficult, but we have to do it because in general this cross multiplication method is there in the exam paper also, and in that some difficult sums are given to be solved using the cross multiplication method. So let us try one. The question is from exercise 3.7 of NCERT class 10 mathematics book. The question is px plus qy, px plus qy equals to p minus q. And qx minus py equals to p plus q. So you can see the equation is not in the general form. First let us make the right hand side 0, then we will proceed further. So this is px plus qy equals to, here put down bracket, then this p minus q will come to the left hand side. It will become minus of p minus q equals to 0. Similarly qx minus py minus p plus q equals to 0. Now let us compare with the general form. We all know the general form is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So I am not going to write down the whole thing again, just simply I am writing the values of a1. See the equation, actually in the first equation the coefficient of ax is a1, so a1 is p. The coefficient of y is b1, which is q here, so b1 is q, and the constant term is c1, so constant term is minus of p minus q. We have to take this minus sign also, so c1 is minus of p minus q. Similarly in the second equation the coefficient of x is a2, the coefficient of y is b2, the constant term is c2. So a2 is q, b2 is minus p, and c2 is minus of p plus q. Understood? Okay, now let us use the equation x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equals to y upon c1 a2 minus C2A1 equals to 1 upon A1B2 minus A2B1. So it is my advice, whenever you are going to solve a problem from any chapter, any problem, you must write down the formula first. It is very important, and this will help you in the exam also. There you can have step mark if the whole sum is wrong. Still, for writing the formula correctly, you can get half mark. So make it a habit to write down the formula whenever you are solving a problem. Okay, now let us replace the values. So x upon, what is b1? b1 is q. c2 is minus of p plus q. So second bracket minus of p plus q. Second bracket close. Minus b2c1. b2c1. b2 is minus p. So minus p. And c2 b2c1. c1 is minus of p minus q. Minus of p minus q. So many negative signs are there. That's why we have to use brackets, first bracket, second bracket, if required third bracket also, and be very careful about the sign. Equals to y upon c1a2. c1 is minus p minus q, a2 is q, minus c2a1 minus c2. c2 is minus, so again take a second bracket here, minus p plus q c2 a1. What is a1? a1 is p. Second bracket closed, then p. c1 a2. c1 is minus p minus q and a2 is q, so minus p minus q into q, minus c2 a1. c2 is minus of p plus q, minus of p plus q, a1 is p, equals to a1b2 minus a2b1. a1b2 1 by a1b2, so p into minus p, minus a2b1 q into q. Hope you are getting it. I have told you earlier that this sum is little bit difficult, and we must be very careful about the substituting values, and as well as the sign. So many negative signs are there. Okay, so now value of x. So x equals to, see here, q into, this is, let me break the open this first bracket. So it is minus p plus q, so it will become minus p minus q. Then minus sign, again minus sign, so that minus and minus make plus. P, and again inside the bracket it is minus p and minus of minus q, so minus p plus q. Done. Okay, now therefore y upon minus pq plus q square plus p plus q into p equals to 1 upon minus p square minus q square. This is the next step, which implies now x upon. So calculation to be done carefully. Again, I have told you so many negative and positive signs are there, so be careful. So q into minus p is minus pq, q into minus q is minus q square, p into minus p is minus p square, p plus p into q is pq plus pq equals to y upon minus pq plus q square, p into p is plus p square, and p into q is pq equals to 1 upon minus p square minus q square. Implies here minus pq and plus pq can be cancelled, so x upon minus q square minus p square. I am taking minus sign common, so it will be q square plus p square or p square plus q square equals to, here also pq will be cancelled, plus minus, so y upon, this is p square plus q square again, equals to 1 upon, here also both are negative, taking minus sign common, so it will be p square plus q square. Therefore we can write x upon minus of p square plus q square equals to 1 upon minus of p square plus q square, and y upon p square plus q square equals to 1 upon minus p square plus q square. So x equals to, by cross multiplication, this minus p square plus q square will become numerator divided by minus p square plus q square equals to, here also this p square plus p square by cross multiplication will become the numerator p square plus q square divided by minus of p square plus q square. So after cancelling this negative sign, and the whole thing will be cancelled, therefore x equals to 1, and in case of y also the bracket part will be cancelled, so 1 upon minus 1 is minus 1. Therefore the required solution is in fact x equals to 1 and y equals to minus 1. Hope you have understood the process, the steps. I have told you earlier, this is little bit difficult sum, and while doing these sums be very careful regarding the sign. So many positive, negative signs are there. Keep your head cool, do it slowly and steadily, don't be in rush, don't do it quickly, do it carefully and steadily and with calm mind, then the whole answer will automatically come without any mistake. But if you are going to do it carelessly and with rush, then there is every chance of making mistake during calculation, as you have understood from the steps and the process and the calculation. So this is cross multiplication. Hope you have found it interesting. It is really very interesting than other two method, but it is lengthy. That's why we generally used to avoid this. But if the question is there to use the cross multiplication to solve, then obviously we have to use this method. So don't avoid this method, go for practicing some more sums using this method. In the next class we'll do some more sums of this type, difficult type sum, some more sums, then the process will be clear and you will get more interest in this method. Okay, so let us meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day.